Welcome to Advanced Public Relations. I'm Michael Worthington, and I will be your instructor for this course. I hope that you enjoy learning about the exciting field of public relations. This introductory chapter describes what public relations professionals really do. They fill many different roles and functions in a variety of different organizations. There are at least 10 fundamental concepts that describe public relations. Public relations professionals work under a number of different job titles based on the type of organization. In addition, PR fulfills important roles for society as a whole. Stakeholders include everybody who has any interest in the organization. Corporations are owned by the common stockholders, but many other groups also have a stake in the company. Public relations is a management function, and it deals with the strategic long-term operation of the organization. The role of public relations is to manage two-way communications, both from the organization to the stakeholders and from the stakeholders back to the organization. Public relations does not just deal with communications from the firm to the public, but public relations also conducts research to determine public opinions and conveys this information to the firm's management. The most important quality for all public relation practitioners is credibility. If people do not trust or believe the firm or its spokesperson, the public relations message will be totally ineffective. Public relations professionals must treat the media and public with respect and always tell the truth in order to earn the confidence of the public and to build mutually beneficial relationships with reporters who work for the media. The best way to understand the absolute need for honesty is to realize that public relations professionals represent everybody involved in the firm, all the stakeholders, not just the managers. Public relations serves as a conduit for communications between the organization and the stakeholders. These stakeholders fall into two basic categories: employees within the firm and customers or investors outside the firm. The basic concept is that public relations is not just a mouthpiece for the firm, but rather that public relations plays an important management role by facilitating two-way communications. Publicity means free mentions in the media, while promotions are compensated commercials designed to affect public attitudes. Promotions deal with the image or brand of the company as a whole, while on the other hand, marketing tries to sell specific goods or services. First and foremost, public relations helps to create honest communications between parties. It is not about misleading messages designed to put a dishonest spin on an issue. Public relations serves all stakeholders, not just those with financial stakes in the firm. Honesty is expected by the public, and truth is the most critical characteristic of public relations. The most important asset of a public relations professional is their reputation for honesty, because their message is useless if the public does not believe it. Public relations practitioners work for the firm, but they serve all stakeholders as a go-between for messages both from the company to the public and from the public to the management of the firm. Public relations develop from social sciences, which are based on solid scientific research. For example, Edward Bernays is called the father of public relations, but his uncle was Sigmund Freud, who is called the father of psychology. Public relations is a practical application of social science theories. These social sciences include psychology, sociology, and business theories. People tend to think of public relations in terms of crisis management, but good public relations builds goodwill before a crisis occurs. The most important thing is that public relations must be honest, because all public relations practitioners have to sell is their reputation. Public relations deals with ongoing problems over a range of issues from economics to the environment. But remember who writes the paycheck. Ultimately, the stockholders own the corporation, and managers act as their agents, and public relations personnel work for them. One critical function of public relations is to advise managers how to deal with the media. But the essential function of public relations is communications from the firm to the stakeholders, including internal employees and external customers or investors. The essence of public relations is to coordinate all of the official communications of the organization. Public relations professionals can work in at least three different capacities. Often they work as employees of the firms that they serve. But public relations agencies also serve companies, and public relations practitioners can work as employees of an agency, or they may be the independent partners who own the public relations agency. Within these three categories of employment, public relations practitioners can fulfill many jobs with a number of different job titles. Press agents serve celebrities as a buffer between their clients and the media. Publicity agents try to interest reporters into writing articles about their clients. Publicist is a job title that describes spokespersons who both conduct news conferences and give interviews to individual reporters. The federal government is prevented by law from promoting an agenda, so the job title Public Affairs is used to describe government officials whose job is to interact with the media for government agencies, including acting as spokespersons. In institutions of higher education, the preferred job title is Institutional Advancement, because the job also involves fundraising. But beginning with Edward Bernays, who first used the term, the work of independent agencies is called public relations. Nonprofit organizations that deal with governments use the same title for public relations practitioners as the government does, public affairs. But anyone whose job is to persuade legislatures to vote for a given issue is called a lobbyist. The ultimate goal of public relations is to affect the public image of the organization or the public feelings about a specific issue. The long-term goal of public relations is to create a positive public opinion of the organization. But another important function of public relations is to conduct research to determine the public opinion and to convey that information to management.